I'm currently second year academic rep, so I've been assisting on Cork and Medsoc this year, and I'm going to VPA. Right, so I'm just taking this diagram. Okay, so why do I do this? It's a pretty simple reason. I really enjoy being second year academic rep, I just want to carry on. It's got a natural progression now to go into VPA academic. I want to carry represent the students' views, and also because I've sat on Medsoc this year, I've had decent experience. I've been able to see Jess, although she's vice chair, it's effectively VPA this year, and I've been able to see what the role entails. And so I've got a good idea. I feel that there's basically no habit period because I've seen Jess and also our second year rep now to build decent relationships with members of staff, so I can just go straight to the role if I'm elected. Also, I'm thinking of intercalating this year, and although I know intercalating isn't a dossier like a lot of people might think, you still have that extra bit of flexibility with your time, and so if I was VPA, I would be able to dedicate more time to the role than I maybe would be if I was going to clinics, which is obviously a completely new environment. And I think my most important point is the continuity from being phase 2 rep to VPA academic. With the same, the year 1, year 2 Barker, amazing success. He had an idea, able to implement it, execute it. It was absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, with academic issues, it's not as easy as that. You can't do things overnight, and it does take sometimes a long time to sort things out. And I'm going to give you a practical example of that in just a second, because now coming to my ideas, I'm trying to get open access to the project touring for all years, pretty much for all of my time as second year rep. And the reason I'm looking at the continuity is because when I was an M group rep, the first year we did the dean session, open access was raised, and the dean thought it was a really good idea, and he fully supported it. And now I'm second year rep, I'm putting that exact same material in my Meet the Dean report, which shows there's been literally no progress between that year regarding open access to projectorium. And I feel that if there's a bit of continuity there with me going from going from year 2 academic rep to VP academic, there's that continuity there, so changes can be made. And my other ideas are an intercalation booklet. Like I said, I was hoping to intercalate, but trying to get all the information together was quite difficult. Like it's all on WebCT, but when you're trying to compare and contrast different modules and stuff, it's quite difficult to just get a decent idea. You want a hard copy there. I know you can print it out, but it's nice to have a little booklet with all the summary in there. And I think having also with the intercalation, having a booklet with the information, but also having what's also like an unofficial prospectus that they have at other medical schools, where students actually give their views on each of the modules. Like, I enjoyed this about this module, I didn't enjoy this. There's nothing like that here. We need that, and because I know that with intercalation there are more space than people apply, and maybe the reason that is because there's a lack of information out there. And finally, there's a lot of general stuff with Medsoc trying to make things more available online, and academics shouldn't be left behind either, because I've looked at the Bristol Medsoc website and it's absolutely amazing in terms of resources for students. So I've been looking to work more with Matt, who's going to be the publicity rep, the website rep, most likely. So I would be looking to work with him to make more resources available for students to find help. You know, for me personally, if I wasn't intercalating, I think going into clinical is quite a big change and something quite scary. There needs to be something available to them, for example, just like a year 3 report saying this is what's going to happen, so they know what to expect. So just to sum up, I've been on Medsoc this year, I've been on Cork this year as well. I've been able to see what the VPA role entails, and I feel just that continuity, that's the most important point I feel, that keeping that continuity there is going to be really important for raising academic issues, and that's why I hope you vote for me.